The million-dollar treasure found after a decade-long search.
It took him 2 years from the time when he figured out the general location to actually come up with the treasure chest itself.
Not just minerals, but everything from hidden treasures to ancient mysteries are extracted when miners crack open the earth.
You'll have skulls stacked in other places. It's almost like a warehouse of human bones.
From remains of prehistoric animals to sightings of strange creatures. Here are some of the most unbelievable discoveries made inside these dark corners that shocked the whole world. Miners strike gold in Australian Outback. An amazing event just happened in Western Australia. A group of miners found a lot of gold underground while working in a mine called Beta Hunt, which was near the small town of Kambalda. This place is far from big cities and about 630 kilometers east of Perth. In just 4 days, these lucky miners discovered gold worth over 15 million.
You might go your whole life and you'll never see anything like it.
Yeah, there was just gold everywhere.
The gold wasn't in coins or bars, it was stuck inside rocks. Some pieces are so big and beautiful that they might make a king jealous. Everyone is now wondering if there is more gold hidden in this mine. Hidden fortune. Some miners and treasure hunters claim they found an amazing thing while searching for buried treasure. The team found a hidden cave using a special tool called Phoenix 3D. Inside, they saw an old clay jar. But this wasn't just any jar. It was full of jewels and gold. The weird thing is that even though the jar looks super old, it's still in great shape. It was dusty. No one knows who it belonged to or how old it is. Maybe it's from a long ago king, or buried by pirates. Whatever it is, this find could teach us new things about history. And it might make the finders very rich. Bone City. There's a city of bones under Paris. It's true. Under the streets there is a place called the Catacombs. It is a big maze of tunnels that is filled with many old bones and skulls.
You'll have thigh bones stacked up in places. It's almost like a warehouse of human bones.
These bones came from old graveyards in Paris that got too full.
Running out of space. So if that is the case, after a certain amount of time, you have to do something with those bones.
In 1785, workers started moving bones into these underground tunnels. They piled them neatly, making walls and shapes out of skulls and leg bones. Now, over 6 million people's remains are down there. Some people think moving all these bones was disrespectful. Others say it released spooky spirits. The catacombs are a creepy reminder of Paris's past for sure. I'm not brave enough to visit that underground bone city. How about you? Diamond dreams. Imagine finding diamonds in your backyard. That's exactly what happened in a small village in South Africa. It all started when a cattle herder spotted some shiny stones in a field. Word spread fast, and soon hundreds of people from all over the country rushed to the village, hoping to become rich. Who doesn't need a shortcut for it? The excited treasure hunters dug holes everywhere, searching for more of these mystery gems. Some people even started selling the stones they found. But here's the catch. No one knows for sure if these are real diamonds or just pretty rocks. The government says the digging is illegal and wants everyone to stop. With so many people struggling to find jobs, the chance to find treasure is too hard to resist. Cave spirits. A spooky video from a dark cave has everyone talking about ghosts and spirits. 2 men were exploring a creepy cave when a weird incident happened. One of the men suddenly started acting strange, like he was in a trance. His friend pointed to a dark tunnel, saying there was a mysterious creature hiding there. The man in the trance began doing what looked like a magical ritual. His friend tried to film everything but was very scared. After a while, the first man touched his friend's eyes, and the trance seemed to end. Many people who watched the video thought they saw a jinn possession. Jinns are magical spirits from old stories that some people believe can control humans. The video has left everyone wondering what happened next in that dark, scary place. Tree treasure. Imagine finding a secret treasure hidden inside a tree. That's exactly what happened to one lucky explorer on an amazing adventure. While searching in a spooky forest, the explorer found some strange clues. Following these mysterious signs, he kept looking. It wasn't easy. The ground was super rocky and hard to dig through. Finally, after lots of digging, they found something solid. It was an old treasure chest. Inside were shiny gold jewels that took his breath away. All the hard work had paid off with an incredible discovery. What an exciting day in the haunted forest. Cave eyes. Two friends were exploring a cave in Texas when a super creepy thing happened. They'd been in this cave before, but never went all the way in. This time, they decided to go further. In the darkness, their flashlights caught something odd. 3 glowing dots. They looked like eyes. But what kind of creature has 3 eyes? The dots were far apart, so whatever it was must have been pretty big. The friends became scared and never went there again, but they did wonder if the creature was just looking for someone to watch a horror movie with. Secret riches. A group of explorers in Mexico recently found buried treasure. These treasure hunters found an old sign that looked like a map. It showed a waterway leading to a big cave. When they followed the clues, they found a hidden entrance covered by rocks. Using hammers and big nails, they broke through the wall. Inside, they discovered a huge steel trunk. When they opened it, they became speechless. The trunk was full of shiny jewels and strange ancient objects made of steel. But the most exciting find was an old book with a 6-pointed star on it. The book might hold secrets that may reveal insights from a lost civilization. This amazing discovery might teach us new things about the past. Desert gold. An archaeologist's day in the desert turned into a real-life treasure hunt. While searching a dusty, deserted area with a metal detector, the archaeologist heard an exciting beep. Could it be a treasure? He started digging carefully through the sand, using their hands to brush away the dirt gently. As he dug deeper, a shiny thing appeared. It was gold, but not just any gold. These were valuable pieces from the ancient Inca civilization. The Incas were powerful people who lived in South America long ago. Finding these gold pieces is super important. It helps us learn more about what kind of things they made. What an exciting day for this lucky archaeologist. Camera troll. A video uploaded online became viral. It showed a huge, hairy giant near some rocks. At first, it looked like a bear, but closer inspection revealed this was no ordinary animal. The creature had a long, witch-like nose. It was big, but walked on 2 legs like a person. Some people commented that it was a real-life troll from Old Norse stories. Suddenly, it noticed that it was being watched. It charged towards the camera. And the video ended abruptly without telling what happened next. Maybe the troll was camera shy and did not want to pose for us for a longer time. A similar case reported above. Golden jackpot. Imagine finding treasure worth billions.
320 million tons of gold, confirmed.
That's exactly what happened in Uganda. Explorers discovered a massive amount of gold, about 31 million tons. This gold could be worth a whopping 12 trillion US dollars. It's so much that it might change Uganda's whole economy. The president of Uganda wants to keep this precious metal in the country. He thinks refining the gold locally could create jobs and help the nation grow richer. Underworld Guardian. A brave explorer in Latin America got more than he expected while studying local caves. His camera captured a terrifying sight that's now spreading across the internet. A massive demon-like creature peeked out from a dark passage in the footage.
Hey! Hey, tú! Hey!
Its head looked upside down, making it even scarier. The monster appeared for just a moment before vanishing back into the shadows. Maybe it was guarding its home from humans. Or perhaps it has its mysterious plans we can't understand. Whatever the reason, this encounter reminds us that the world beneath our feet might hold more secrets than we know. Cave creature. A group of friends while hiking in Indonesia got the surprise of their lives when they spotted a creepy being crawling out of a cave. Firstly, they thought it was just a monkey, but as it got closer, they realized this was no ordinary animal. The creature had a huge skull, skinny arms, and enormous black eyes. It moved in a weird sitting position as it climbed over the rocks. The friends couldn't believe what they were seeing. Was it some unknown species? Or could it be an alien? The group didn't stick around to find out. They ran away as fast as they could, leaving the mysterious cave dweller behind. Island treasure. Could the legends be true? Let's find out. For years, treasure hunters have searched Oak Island for buried riches. Now, a team of explorers thinks they've hit the jackpot. Using special detectors, the team found something buried deep in the sand. They carefully dug through the rocky ground with axes, not knowing what they might uncover. Suddenly, their tools hit a hard thing. But it wasn't just rocks. As they cleared away the dirt, the team couldn't believe their eyes. Ancient statues, perfectly preserved, lay hidden beneath the island. They gently cleaned off their incredible find, realizing they had just made a rare and valuable discovery that could change history. Super pit. Ever seen something so big you could fit a whole town inside? If not, then I will show you. A super pit near Kalgoorlie, Australia. It is one of the largest gold mines in the world that is open to the sky. This huge pit didn't start out so big. It was made by joining lots of smaller mines together. Now, it's so large that tourists come just to look at it. The mining company is always digging for more gold, but they're careful not to get too close to the nearby town. Inside the pit, you can see tiny carts moving gold and rocks around. It's like a giant ant farm, but for gold. This amazing mine helps make Australia one of the top gold-making countries in the world. Nazi tunnel. A shocking discovery was made in Poland recently. Explorers found a secret tunnel from World War II that was hidden for 80 years. The team used a special camera to peek into a small hole in the ground. To their surprise, they saw an enormous tunnel with old mine carts and railroad tracks.
It's a mine cart.
Yes.
On the tracks. It's a huge tunnel.
This tunnel was dug through an extinct volcano by the Nazis during the war. As they explored further, they found tools, pickaxes, and drill bits left behind, as if the workers had just dropped everything and left. The tunnel was sealed off with 30 feet of stacked rocks, protecting whatever secrets lay inside. This amazing find helps prove that an old Nazi map of the area is real. The explorers plan to turn this site into a museum so people can learn about this dark part of history. Sandy treasure. Imagine finding ancient treasures buried in the sand. That's what happened to some lucky explorers with a metal detector. In a strange, rocky area, the metal detector started beeping like crazy. The team knew they had found something special. They carefully dug in the sand and saw what looked like old pots made of rock. Using hammers and nails, they gently uncovered their discovery. It was exciting but tricky work. They had to be very careful not to break the old pots. These weren't just any pots. They were important treasures. Finding things like this helps us understand how people lived a long time ago. What an amazing day for these treasure hunters. Purple-eyed mystery. In 2016, a local's walk in the woods became a spooky adventure he'll never forget. While exploring near a dark well, he saw a weird sight that made him speechless. In the well, 2 glowing purple dots appeared. As he looked closer, they realized these weren't just lights, they were eyes. Eyes that belonged to the monster of the dark. I mean, no ordinary creature could have an appearance like this. Unfortunately for us, the man didn't stick around to find out more, and ran away. Worm wonder. Some friends made an unbelievable discovery while exploring a hidden dark cave. At first, their cave adventure seemed normal. They talked about the cave's history and what they hoped to find. Their flashlights lit up the rocky walls as they went deeper. Suddenly, a massive and worm-like species emerged from a crack in the cave wall.
Okay, Owen.
Okay.
This giant creature slithered towards them. They quietly left the cave. Probably wondering if anyone would believe their incredible story. This discovery proves that the most amazing things can appear when we least expect them. Cave Tribe. In the cave, a strange sight was caught on camera. A video showing dark humanoid figures with dot-like eyes and white lips went viral online. Many people thought these creatures might be the legendary Mante tribe. The Mante are said to be tiny, cave-dwelling people who live hidden from the outside world. Stories tell of their special skills and the magical powers they possess. But no one knows for sure if they were Mante or not. But this video has got everyone talking. Ancient Winery. Finding a super old place where people made wine 2,700 years ago? Interesting, right? In Iraq, a group of Italian archaeologists discovered an amazing sight. They found a huge stone structure carved into a mountain. It had 14 big basins where ancient people smashed grapes to make wine. This old winery is the oldest one ever found in the Middle East, and the second oldest in the world. It's in a village called Kaunas, where people lived thousands of years ago in a place called Mesopotamia. Imagine that! People were making wine in the same way thousands of years ago before we were born. This discovery helps us learn more about how ancient people lived and what they liked to drink. Mysterious cave. Some explorers found a super weird thing in the woods. They were looking for old ruins when they came across a hidden underground cave. Inside, they saw the strangest things. Faces carved into the walls, a giant skull, and even a statue of a man on a bed. The cave was full of strange sculptures, crystals, and spooky decorations. It looked like someone with amazing skills had made it all. They also found a tower nearby. No one knows who built this mysterious place or why. Maybe they wanted the upcoming generation to know about them and remember their art. But still, it's a big puzzle waiting to be solved. Spooky echoes. A brave explorer of spooky places decided to check out some narrow caves with his friends. But things quickly got scary when he lost them in the dark tunnels. As he crawled through tight spaces, weird stuff started happening. His camera went crazy. Rocks seemed to fall by themselves, and strange noises echoed through the cave.
Ребят,
When his light began to die, he got so scared, he ran blindly into the darkness. Back at his backpack, he found his things all messed up. Later, he claimed his camera caught glowing blue eyes watching him from the shadows. It might be a cave monster, or a ghost. His creepy adventure left him wondering what hides in those mysterious caves. Ice Cave Climber. A YouTuber's trip to an ancient ice cave in Austria turned into an unforgettable encounter. While filming the beautiful icy formations, he spotted something unbelievable climbing the cavern walls. At first, he thought it was just another person. But as he zoomed in, he realized this was no ordinary cave explorer. The strange creature moved like a frog, but had a human-like body. He was puzzled by how this thing could survive in the freezing cave. It could be a never-before-seen species. Without more proof, we can't say anything but just hope that it will be discovered soon. Whiskey warriors. Did you know soldiers in World War II might have enjoyed a secret drink? On Iwo Jima, a tiny island where a big battle happened in 1945, explorers found a surprising thing in old Japanese tunnels. Hidden away were lots of old bottles with black labels. These weren't just any bottles. They were from a famous whiskey brand. The explorers also found some very old vines, which can make super tasty drinks. This makes people wonder, after long, hard days of fighting, did the soldiers relax with some whiskey and wine? It's a fun mystery that shows even in tough times, people found ways to enjoy little comforts. Snowy Mill. Imagine finding an old treasure in the snowy woods. That's what happened when an explorer came across an ancient gold mill hidden near the trees. This wasn't just any old building. The mill was made entirely of wood, but it was built so well that it was still standing strong after all these years. Even with snow and time working against it, the mill looked almost as good as new.
By and large, still intact, still glorious.
It's amazing to think about the old-time gold miners who might have worked here long ago. Their wooden wonder has stood the test of time, waiting in the quiet woods for someone to rediscover its story. Creepy discovery. Have you ever found something spooky while exploring? Two friends did when they were checking out an old mine. As they walked deeper into the dark tunnel, their flashlights showed a weird sight on the ground. It was a pile of shoes.
It's a shoe. Look, is that like a fossil?
Now, while there's no proper evidence on this, according to the locals, these could belong to the missing hikers. It's because there have been several recent reports of people who never really returned from the woods. Mine monster. Some brave explorers found a weird creature in an old mine, and you won't believe what it was.
What the
As they were exploring when they saw a huge bug sitting on a big rock. It turned out to be a cave cricket, also called a camel cricket. This one was about 6 to 8 inches long. It had a funny humped back and long legs that made it look like a spider. Its pale brown color helps it hide in the dark. These crickets use their super long antennae to feel around in the dark caves where they live. The explorers couldn't help but think that if it had a voice, it would probably ask them for directions just to find its way around in all the darkness. Cave Witch. In a rocky, abandoned area, a local spotted something strange peeking out from behind a big rock. It looked like a person in a black robe, holding a wooden stick. But this was no ordinary person. The figure moved like a shadow, disappearing behind the rock. Curious but scared, the locals went closer. He found a hidden cave where the mysterious being sat, waving its stick like a magic wand. It looked like a demon or a witch. The locals didn't stick around to find out. He decided it wasn't safe to stay there, so he went away with an amazing story to tell. Spooky statue. A fun hike became a scary adventure for two hikers in New York. While they were exploring caves in the Catskills, they discovered a strange little wooden statue that looked creepy. It was less than 2 feet tall, but super scary looking. The statue had nails in its eyes and a rope around its neck. Spooky, right? Even though it made them scared, they decided to take the statue home. Big mistake. Soon, weird things started happening in their house. They heard strange noises at night and smelled funny smells. The statue even seemed to move on its own. The hikers finally asked a paranormal expert for help. They learned an important lesson. Don't bring creepy things from caves back home. Some mysteries are better left alone in the dark. Ancient cave people. Wow, archaeologists in Italy made an incredible discovery about our ancient relatives. In a cave near Rome called Guattari Cave, found the remains of 9 Neanderthals. Long ago, some people lived before us. The oldest bones were about 100,000 years old that they found out. They discovered many things, like teeth, skull pieces, and bones from animals like elephants and giant deer. This great find helps scientists learn how people lived in Italy a long time ago. It is like finding a time capsule from the past. The cave kept everything just as it was 50,000 years ago, showing us a world that is gone. Tunnel mystery. Strange creatures are hiding in the dark tunnels of Poland. Let me show you. During World War II, the German army began a secret project called Reese. They built underground structures in the Owl Mountains, but they never finished, leaving behind spooky, unexplained tunnels. Recently, some brave explorers went into these creepy caves. Suddenly, they saw a weird movement in the shadows. It looked like a small, scary creature running on two legs. It appeared for a few seconds and then vanished. Someone tried to make the video clearer to see the strange thing better. The mystery of the Reese tunnels continues to puzzle everyone who sees this footage later. Secret cave. The Malheur Cave in eastern Oregon holds some surprises for you. This special cave belongs to the Burns Masonic Lodge 97, and you need their okay to go inside. A video tour showed its cool features. The cave starts with a smooth green ceiling that changes as you go deeper. Some parts have white walls, others have strange shapes and colors. Inside, there are bleachers and even electrical wires. The floor is mostly flat, but watch out for rocks sticking up. As the tour goes on, you'll see gold and silver colors in the cracks, and a concrete slab on the floor. It's like a secret underground world with its own special decorations. Thinking of going there after that. Dusty Face. A group of explorers got the shock of their lives when they made a spooky discovery in a mysterious cave behind those rocks. As they moved some rocks aside, they saw a face covered in dust. It was so strange that they couldn't tell if it was a person or a weird animal. They were trying to understand what they were looking at. It could be a ghost or a jinn, a spooky creature from Arabic stories. Whatever it was, it sure gave everyone a big scare. Giant mystery. Did giants once roam the Wild West? A discovery in Nevada's Lovelock Cave has people wondering. In 1911, miners found something strange deep in the cave. Over 40 human skeletons, but some were super big. Some skulls and bones looked like the Paiute people had lived in the area for a long time. They tell stories about fighting tall, red-haired cannibals. They say they caught these giants in a cave and set it on fire. They came from people 7 to 8 feet tall. That's way bigger than normal. Interestingly, scientists found signs of burning in Lovelock Cave. These bones could be the proof of the Paiute legend. Glowing eyes. While walking near an abandoned mine shaft, these brave folks heard a weird screeching sound. Curious, they turned on their camera and went to check it out, but they weren't ready for what they found. In the dark tunnel, they saw a super creepy creature. It had glowing eyes and a skinny face. It was tall and thin, almost like a shadow came to life. It might be a skinwalker, or even an alien. The explorers didn't stick around to find out more. They got their spooky footage and left quickly. Mining adventure. Imagine finding a secret tunnel while working. That's exactly what happened to some miners as they were digging in a cave. Suddenly, sand and dust started falling from one side of the cave wall. It looked like a hidden passage was opening up. The miners got scared. They thought it might be a way to a spooky underground world or a shortcut towards the other side. The miners didn't want to stay and find out what was behind the wall, so they went away. And now, let us move on towards our subscribers' pick of the day. One lucky explorer became surprised while digging in a cliff. He was just looking for pretty crystals when he came across an amazing sight. Hidden in the sand was a secret cave full of treasure. As he carefully washed away the sand with water, he couldn't believe his eyes. Shiny gold plates started appearing, along with crystal clear stones of all kinds. It was like nature's own jewelry box. The weird thing was that all these treasures were found together, and they looked polished already. It might be an ancient hiding spot, because at that time, there were no such lockers or banks. An amazing find indeed.